morning children. Let's start the today's exercise 4.3, the rest questions that we have left. Exercise 4.3, question number 4 and 5 were done yesterday. I am starting with question number 6. Okay. So I am not writing the questions because it is just mere wastage of time. I am doing the solution directly. Question number 6 says, the diagonal of a rectangular field is 60 meters more than the shorter side. So we have a rectangular field, okay, its diagonal is there, A, B, C, D is a rectangular field, okay. The shorter side is obviously the breadth and the diagonal is 60 meters more than the shorter side, okay. If the longer side is 30 meters more than the shorter side, so let the shorter side be x, so the lengthy side be x plus 30. Obviously, find the sides of the field and this diagonal is given that it is x plus 60 basically, okay. Now, we can find the diagonal also by Pythagoras theorem because a diagonal divides the rectangle into two right triangles, okay. So what we'll do, we can find AC. Now AC is under root of AB square plus BC square. Now AB square is x plus 30 whole square plus, before this we will write let the shorter side be x, let the longer side be x plus 30. Now according to the question, so and so, okay. Now BC square is x square, fine. Now this is a plus b whole square. So it will be equals to a square plus b square plus 2ab plus x square, this one. So it will be x square plus x square, 2x square plus this is 900 plus 60x under root. Now AC is also equal to what? X plus 60. So we will write x plus 60 over here. Now this square root sign will move to the left hand side, will become x plus 60 whole square, okay. It will be 2x square plus 900 plus 60x left here. Now we can again open this whole square here. So it will be x square plus 60 square plus 2ab, okay. And in 10th class you have to be a little quick with your formulas, with your calculations, okay. So x square and x square, this x square I am taking this all sides here or all sides there. So it will be x square plus 3600 plus 120x is equals to 2x square plus 900 plus 60x. Take all these terms to this side. So x square minus 2x square plus 3600 minus 900 plus 120x minus 60x equal to 0 now. So it will be minus x square plus 36 minus 9 is 2700, then plus 60x is equals to 0. We know that first term cannot be of minus, so we will take minus common. So it will be x square now minus 2700 minus 60x is equal to 0. Or rearrange the terms in the decreasing order of degree. We have this. Now you can make factors of this equation so as to find the value of x, okay. Now 2700 can be factorized using prime factorization and hence can be factorized. Now this is for about your question number 6. Finding x, you will be able to find the shorter side, longer side as well as the diagonal too, okay. Have the question number 7, which says that the difference of squares of two numbers is 180. So that means we have two numbers. So let first y square is given as how much? It is given as 180. Okay. Now the square of the smaller number. The square of the smaller number. Here if y square is getting subtracted from x, therefore y is the smaller number. So we will have the square of the smaller number. That means y square is 8 times the larger number. 8 times the larger number. Find the two numbers. Now if y square is this, okay, so we can put this y square value over here. So we have x square minus 8x is equals to 180. Put this value of y square into this equation. So we have x square minus 8x is equals to 180, or x square minus 8x minus 180 is equal to 0. We can make the factors of 180 and at subtraction we get 8. So the factors of 180, let us say 290, 245, then 315, 3, 5 and 5, 1. So 5 3s are 15, 3 2s are 6 and 12. No, 12 and 15 they will not give 8. Let us move to the other one. 4, 3 3s are 9, 9 5s are 45 and 4 ये भी ज़्यादा हो जाएगा. Then 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, 12 3s are 36 and 5. No, it will not work. 3 3s are 9 and 5 2s are 10, 10 2s are 20. No, it is not also working. Now we need to have 180 now. So 5 2s are 10 and 3 3s are 9 2s are 18. Okay, so we can have minus 18x plus 10x. 18 and 10 when multiplied will give 180 and add subtraction will give minus 8x. Minus 180 is equal to 0. Taking x common we have x minus 18 plus 10 common we have x minus 18 again. So x minus 18 is the one factor and x plus 10 is one factor. X is equal to 18 and x is equal to minus 10. So the two numbers we can find out by this value. If x is 18, okay, then we have to find y. So first case we have y square is equals to 8 into 18, okay, 144. So y will be under root of 144, that is plus minus 12. This is the case when x is 18. Now if x is minus 10, y square will be 8 into minus 10, okay. So it will be minus 80 and y will be under root of minus 80. Clear? So it will be equals to plus minus under root 80. We can factorize also, but it is not so required. So these are the two numbers which we have got in the both cases. And see that x is greater number and y is always smaller number. You can see minus 10 and under root minus 80. What is greater? Minus 10 is greater. Okay? Next we have the question number 8. Question number 8 is just like the yesterday's question that we did as an example. Okay. So this type of question has been already given from my side. So let us do question number 9. Okay. Two water taps, or I just tell you the question number 7 also a little. A train travels 360 kilometers at a uniform speed. So distance given is 360 kilometers. I am not writing the full things. You have to write full it. If the speed had been 4 kilometers more, it would have taken 1 hour less for the same journey. So what is saying? Initially, what is the speed of train? Initial speed was x kilometer per hour. So at this time, the time taken by the train to cover this 360 kilometers is 360 upon x hours. Fine. Now the speed has been changed. If the speed had been 5 km more, so new speed is equals to x plus 5 kilometers per hour. The train has taken 1 hour less for the same journey. So now for the new speed, time is new time 360 upon x plus 5. Okay, this is the new time taken by the train. Now the new time is 1 hour less than the initial time. So what we can write, 360 upon x plus 5. This is the new time. It is 1 less than the original time. Okay, so this will make your quadratic equation, which you can solve it further. Okay, bring this term to here or this term to here, so you will get a positive number. Okay, I suppose you can solve this because we have done this kind of solution in the previous questions. Next, moving on to the question number 8, which is a little interesting question and you will enjoy doing that question. This is about the tanks and the work and time. The next question states for work and time. 2 water taps. Now the question says 2 water taps can fill a tank in 9 3/8 hours. Okay, so we have 2 taps which together can fill one tank. 2 taps can fill one tank in 9 3/8 hours, which is equals to 9 8 is 72 plus 3 75/8 hours. Okay, 2 taps work together to fill one tank in 9 3/8 hours. Okay, or conversely we can say 75 in 75/8 hours one tank is filled. Okay, now if I say in 1 hour how much tank will be filled, so it will be 1 upon 75/8, that is 8/75 part of tank is filled. Okay, this is the solution till we have read the one line. This is 2 taps work together to fill one tank in this much hours. Now this much hours one tank is filled. We just conversed, we just flipped it. So in this time this much amount of tank is filled, in this time how much will be filled. This is simple unitary method. Okay, now moving on to the further of the question. The tap of the larger diameter takes 10 hours less than the smaller one to fill the tank completely. So what we'll do, let the time taken by larger tap be x hours. So the time taken by smaller tap be x plus 10 hours, because if we say that the smaller or the larger is taking 10 hours less, that means smaller is taking 10 hours more. Okay, so we have to find the time in which each tap can fill the tank separately. Now we can write that in x hours one tank for larger tap. Okay, it is for larger tap. In x hours one tank it fills how much of the tank? One tank. Okay, it fills one tank. So in 1 hour how much it fills? 1 upon x of the tank. Similarly, smaller tap in x plus 10 hours fills how much of the tank? One tank. Okay, so in 1 hour how much of the tank will be filled? 1 upon x plus 10. This is simple unitary thing that I have done. Okay. Now this is the work done by the smaller tank in 1 hour. This is the work done by the larger tank in 1 hour. Now this is the total part of the tank which will be filled in 1 hour when both of them work together. Now if these two together they work 1 upon x. This is what does this means? That means they are working together and this is the work done by them in 1 hour. Okay, this is the amount of tank which is being filled in 1 hour, which should be equals to 8 by 75 of the tank, because this is also the part of the tank which is being filled by both of them in 1 hour. So both sides the quantity should be same. This is also the work done by both the taps in 1 hour. This is also the work done by both the taps in 1 hour. Okay. So now we can solve this to find the value of x, that is the time taken by the larger tap in x hours, and similarly then the smaller time will be taken. So this is all about your exercise 4.3. Now this was question 8. Homework is question 9 and 10. We have already done these kind of questions. So I hope you will be able to do these questions 9 and 10. Thank you very much. That's all for today.